It has been quite a while to see IoTeX performing that well. It's going up and up and up, no end in sight, and it's outperforming most other altcoins. Now in this video, we are going to look at what's actually driving this rally. Who is buying? Who is selling? Are there any news coming out? What's the activity around the project? Here's the rally I'm talking about. 25% in the last 24 hours, almost 100% in the last week alone. And in the last month, we're looking at plus 150%. Now here's what most YouTubers do. They simply go through the website, read the white paper, tell you all the marketing jazz, but don't really give you any alpha. Don't really give you any information that the masses do not have. This channel is different. This channel focuses on data that most people are overlooking, or they might not even have the tools to access. Let's look at an item that a lot of people overlook, the GitHub repository. How much activity is currently happening on the code base, as in the programmers, how many changes are they making? This is the account of the IoTeX network, and we've got an update 4 minutes ago, another update 4 hours ago, one 12 hours ago, another one 12 hours ago. This here got updated yesterday, 2 days ago, etc. So there is real activity by the development team happening. This is not a dead project whatsoever. What's also positive is that a lot of the token issuance, a lot of the token inflation seems to have already happened. This is the number of circulating IoTeX tokens over time, and this did not increase in the last 2 to 3 years. There might be some data glitches here, but overall, no massive change recently. And this does align with this chart over here. This is a price chart of IoTeX you probably haven't seen before. This is IoTeX relative to Ethereum. So this is not the US dollar price. This is the Ethereum-based price. And the reason why we look at this is the following. The prices of cryptocurrencies are highly correlated. So when Bitcoin or Ethereum goes up, then a lot of the altcoins go up as well, and vice versa. Now the correlation can be measured, and the correlation between Ethereum and the altcoins tends to be higher even than the correlation between Bitcoin and the altcoins. That's why I like to look at Ethereum-based relative valuation charts. Because what I want to know is, when I take on more risk than by simply buying Ethereum, do I actually get more return? Because if I don't, that's bad. More risk has to be compensated with more reward, otherwise the risk-adjusted return is lower. And so again, we see over here IoTeX relative to Ethereum. And this is trading in a sideways range. And here is the recent rally. And historically, we might be getting into somewhat of a dangerous territory. Who knows if you can break out of this? An explanation for the temporary underperformance could be that increasing supply in the first years. That has stopped now, and this gives potential room for further outperformance. Let me show you another thing that most other YouTubers don't tell you. Most other YouTubers do not show you what are the retail people doing versus what are the whales doing. Are the whales accumulating? Are the whales dumping? Is retail jumping on this? Who's driving the rally? To answer this question, we've got 9 charts. Here you see 3 of them. Here are another 3. And here another set of 3. Now, why do we have those 3 data sets? It's because IoTeX is listed on 3 chains. Over here we see Ethereum, this is Polygon, and this is the Binance Smart Chain. Now, what are we actually seeing here? We see the number of holders or the number of wallets based on a minimum holding threshold. So for the left chart, that's 1,596 tokens. That's roughly $100 at current prices. In the middle, we've got $1,000 at current prices. At the right, we've got $10,000 at those current prices. So small retail, medium-sized retail, and whales, or let's say the top 5 to 10% of holders. Small retail continues to buy. Medium retail hasn't really made up their mind. Whales rather tend to sell. That's on Ethereum. On Polygon, there isn't as much action. The liquidity pools are very small, and so even $100 doesn't even cross the 100 wallet mark. The Binance Smart Chain, though, is relevant. Accumulation everywhere, but most, again, by retail. So what does this all tell us? It tells us that the current rally in IoTeX is retail driven. It's not necessarily driven by the big guys. Now, I personally like that, because that means whenever there is a momentum shift, we have normally enough time to react to this. If it's only the whales that are buying and selling, then a crash can happen very, very quickly if just one of those big whales changes their minds. If, however, a lot of people with small holdings are on an asset, then it takes some time to change momentum. That's good, because then you can potentially react when the growth stops. IoTeX cannot only be bought on chain. There is massive trading volume on Binance as well, 35%. On top of that, we've also got perpetual futures. The trading relative to the market cap isn't that big though. It's roughly 25 to 30% or so. So that number here relative to the market cap here. So yes, there might be some involvement by the centralized exchanges. They have got some incentive to move the prices up and down and to create some volatility in the price. That being said, on chain, we also see further accumulation, which is good for an asset that doesn't have increasing supply anymore, where there's no token inflation. Combined with very active development on GitHub, that's all good. The only caveat there is the historically high valuation to Ethereum, and maybe that there's currently no huge story around IoT. Everybody is now buying into memes, crypto gaming, and AI. IoT is pretty much a topic of the past. Another large crypto project, Helium, for example, completely went away from IoT and is now focusing on mobile. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.